Hey, how you doing? Justin here with another Albert King lick for you. This one's a really interesting one. Goes over the 5 chord. So we're in the key of A, and we've got the A chord, and then the D chord, and then back to the A, and then it goes up to the 5 chord, which in this case is the E7 chord. And this is a lick that fits over that. It's a real tasty one, quite interesting, moving from position 2 into position 3, and then into position 4, relative to the minor pentatonic scale. But let's get to a close-up and have a look. Okay, so we're starting here with the 3rd finger in the 10th fret of the 2nd string. We're going to flick it off to the 8th fret with the 1st finger. Then we're going to play 2nd finger in the 9th fret of the 3rd string. Then 3rd finger in the 10th fret of the 4th string. Slide that up to the 12th fret, and then 1st finger is going to go down on the note E, 9th fret of the 3rd string. So you can see we're starting here in box 2 of the minor pentatonic, moving into box 3. And we're finished with this little outlining of the E chord. So let's look at what's going on here. The fact that we're ending on here, these 2 notes, the D and the E, are both contained in our E7 chord. There's the note D, there's the note E, or the D and E. Those 2 notes with the E, we've got that E7 sound. Now this lick, which is 2nd finger starting in the 12th fret of the 3rd string, sliding up 1 to the G sharp, and then playing the E note, that's straight out of this chord. It's a bit awkward. We wouldn't normally play an E chord like that right up to the 12th fret, but hopefully you can see that shape. And look, if we remove all of that except our 2nd finger, you can see that that note there, the G sharp, is great over that E. On a D, on an A. But it's really, that's what we're looking for there. It's really outlining that chord shape. Now the count, this is starting on beat 4. So 4 E and a 1 and 2, 3, 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a 1 and 2, 3, 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a 1 and 2, 3, 4 E and a 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's a really, really tasty lick, and again, I hope you can see this. You could also do it if you wanted to. And noticing that this note here, the G sharp, whether you're playing it there or there, it's in between 2 of the notes of the minor pentatonic. There's your A, there's your G. That's 2 of the most common notes. And that note is not going to sound good other than over that E. You can even see it there. Look, there's an E power chord. Okay, it's just an unusual note over any other chord other than that E chord. A really interesting thing about the guitar playing of the great blues masters is how well they play the changes. That is, how well they play chord-specific licks in the right place. It's not like they're doing anything really fancy, playing really fast or doing 2-handed tapping or anything like that. It's really simple, but it's really right. They play exactly the right notes over the right chords, and that's what sounds so great. It's really interesting when you start out that you think like, well, I've got these licks and I can definitely use these licks all, you know, wherever I like over a blues, and that can be a good place to start because there's lots of licks that do work over all the chords. But as soon as you start getting a little bit more specific about what you play over each of the chords, your playing will sound a lot more mature, and it really is incredible. A lot of those, the classic kind of blues guys, I'm sure they don't know a lot of the theory, and I'm definitely sure Albert King wasn't thinking, well, I'm going to play out of the E7 arpeggio over this chord. It wasn't like that. His ears told him, or maybe his fingers did. Maybe he played the chord and went, oh, what's that note sound like? Oh, that note sounds really good over that chord. I'm not really sure. I've never got a chance to chat to him and ask him, but it's really important that you realize it's just about sounds, that the theory of it is useful and it's kind of interesting to understand, oh, the reason that you can play that note over that chord and not that chord is because of this. That's interesting, but it's not music. And music's about listening, and sometimes you'll find that the wrong note sounds really good. Happens. In fact, it happens quite often. So really make sure that you let your ears be the guide and let your ears tell you what's right or wrong, not the theory behind it. So see you for plenty more licks very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.